From Devin Haney being favored to win the highly contested bout, to checkmate possibly being the Dream's last match as a lightweight contender, here's why Devin Haney will absolutely destroy Vasyl Lomachenk. I mean, did anyone really think otherwise? After years of deliberation and controversies, checkmate is finally happening. Devin Haney is set to face Vasyl Lomachenk at the Las Vegas MGM Green Garden Arena on May 20th, 2023. According to the American boxer, it's a fight against a man who's trying to prove he still has what it takes, and a man who's trying to achieve his lifelong dream. Haney is obviously the latter. After all, this might be his last match as a lightweight before he moves up the scales. Haney started his career as a fresh-faced 16-year-old with only one thing on his mind: becoming the very best. And while many amateur boxers entered the ring with the same dream, none of them have come nearly as close as Devin has to achieving it. The rankings prove that he's the best. His 4 unified titles add to the fact, and everyone knows he's the real champion here. Yet, for Haney, the only real way he could prove it to everyone, mostly himself, I guess, is by defeating the Ukrainian boxer. Lomachenko's reigned supreme as a lightweight for years. Sure, the veteran might have fumbled against new talent in the ring, but it doesn't dispute the fact that he's the pound-for-pound champion. Like I said, come to training camp this summer. Haney's looking to move up a weight class, and the only thing that's standing between him and the chance to leave is Lomachenko. Now, both fighters have appreciated each other's boxing IQs. Haney's humble enough to admit that the match against Lomachenko won't be an easy one, but the American boxer vows to dismantle his opponent. Look, Lomachenko has 11 years over Haney. He's a 2-time Olympic gold medalist and a 3-division champion. On paper, he probably seems like the better option, right? And that's actually according to Haney himself. Sure, the two have been engaged in more than a few controversies over the past few months. I'll get to that in a minute. But Haney's been singing the praises of his Ukrainian opponent at every turn. So yeah, he thinks it's going to be a difficult win, but a win nonetheless. You see, Haney's rise to lightweight stardom didn't come overnight. He's been on an upward trajectory since 2019, when he became the WBC title holder. Then after his 2022 win against George Kambosos, in his own backyard nonetheless, the American boxer added 3 more belts to his collection: the WBC, IBF, WBA, and WBO titles. Now, if you're the sort of person who follows the money trail, then you're probably placing your bet on Haney. But if that's not enough for you, then maybe you'll be convinced after reviewing their stats. Haney's 29-0 with 15 knockout wins. Lomachenko's record is pretty admirable too. He's 17-2 with 11 knockout wins. It's a close call, but come on, Haney's the obvious pick here. But no, you still need more convincing? Let's look at how they've been doing the past few months. I talked about Haney destroying George Kambosos twice for his belts in 2022. Now let's talk about his Ukrainian opponent. A win against Haney would be the ultimate comeback story for Lomachenko. Right before the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, Lomachenko had fumbled in a match against Teofimo Lopez, where he lost his WBO, WBA, and WBC franchise belts. The Ukrainian lightweight had secured wins against Jorge Linares in 2018 for the WBA and the ring lightweight belts, then bagged the WBO title against Luke Campbell, before losing them to Lopez at the start of 2019. He then rebounded with wins over Masayoshi Nakatani and Richard Comey, but left while he was still on a high in 2022. Why? Because the Russo-Ukrainian conflict had gotten more tense, and Lomachenko told everyone that he was needed back home. The boxer hung up his gloves and took up arms before coming back in October 2022 for a win against Jermaine Ortiz, immediately after securing his first comeback win. Lomachenko told reporters that he'd reclaim his place as a lightweight champion with a win against Haney. So even the Ukrainian fighter knows Haney's the best there is right now. The 2-time Olympic champion told Haney to bring it, but it looks like he's been trying to bring it since 2019. And according to Haney, Lomachenko's just been ducking him this entire time. Haney has a checklist, apparently. It's a list of all the boxers he has to go up against to become the champion. Lomachenko's obviously at the very top of that list, and Shakur Stevenson's the latest addition. Now, Haney says he's had the list for a minute now, and that his promotional team has been trying to find a way to schedule a match against the Ukrainian for years. They came pretty close to facing off in the ring back in 2019. That was when Lomachenko defeated Luke Campbell and became the WBC title holder. Despite having belts with different sanctioning bodies, Haney's win against Zaur Abdullayev the same year made him a WBC contender. A match between the two of them would have been obvious, right? Well, as it turned out, the Ukrainian boxer rebranded his win as the WBC franchise win, making Haney someone else's problem. That's when the trash talking first started. Haney called out the former 3-division champion and accused him of ducking him. Then in 2020, the American was a subject of controversy when he called Lomachenko a white boy and said that he had no prospects of even winning against him. Not a good look, Haney. But hey, he cleared the air pretty quickly. The American told reporters that Lomachenko's decision to delay the fight might have cost him any chance of winning, because now the Ukrainian's up against a stronger and more mature Haney. The American boxer's been on everyone's radar since he first stepped in the ring, but his career has really taken a turn for the better since 2019. Haney admitted that he wanted nothing more than to fight against Lomachenko in 2019, but the guy just wouldn't give him the time of day. Fair enough. Your loss, according to Haney. Guys, he means that literally, because while Haney's been singing praises of the lightweight veteran, he says that ducking him back in 2019 might have cost him his only chance of ever winning. Haney told the press that he's entering the ring on May 20th as a stronger and smarter boxer, and that he's had years to train for this one, and that he's improved significantly since he first tried scheduling Checkmate. Everything I bring to the table, a lot of skill, a lot of discipline, a lot of great IQ, a lot of the things he has done to guys and been better than them at, I will be better than him at it, he said. The match is going to be one for the ages. It's trending on social media. It's all sports analysts can talk about. And now it's finally happening. But again, the highly contested bout has also been highly controversial. This brings us to 2023 and the latest controversy: Haney versus Lomachenko in Top Rank. The American boxer caused a media frenzy recently. He told everyone that Top Rank, the promotional body for Checkmate, had been maneuvering Lomachenko's win. So what happened was that Haney, who's a practicing Muslim, asked Top Rank to schedule their bout sometime toward the end of February or the beginning of March 2023, because come April, Haney would just start fasting for the Islamic holy month of Ramadan. Now, he said that he made it pretty clear to Top Rank that scheduling a match immediately after Ramadan would be unfair to him. Why? Because the American would be missing out on a whole month's worth of training camp. That too for arguably one of the most important matches of his entire career. He told reporters that Top Rank said they'd take it into consideration, but apparently they didn't. They did exactly what Haney told them not to. Haney accused Top Rank of favoritism. He said that they were trying to engineer a comeback story for Lomachenko, instead of keeping a level playing field for the two. Anyway, the match is still happening, and it's happening pretty soon, May 20th. It's something Haney's wanted for years now, and it might just be his last chance to face off against Lomachenko, because the American is leaving the lightweight division on a high. Haney's enjoyed lightweight stardom for years. He says he entered the division at 16 years old, and he hasn't looked back since. Until now, that is. According to the 4 title holder, it's time he moves up the scales and fights against bigger guys. Haney's looking to end his lightweight career on a high. An all-time high, actually. Which might be why he's been trying to chase down Lomachenko for so long. He recently told reporters that it's been a long time coming. He's getting older and his body's growing. Staying at 135 pounds is actually a struggle for him now. The only obvious thing left is leaving the lightweight weight behind. I'll admit, I was pretty surprised by the revelation. I mean, we've only ever known Devin Haney as a lightweight, right? And historically, boxers have fumbled when they've left their comfort zone. But again, it's Devin the Dream Haney we're talking about. Things have a way of falling into place for him. So, Checkmate possibly being Devin Haney's last match as a lightweight boxer, to everyone favoring the American to win the highly contested bout. This was everything on why Devin Haney will destroy Vasyl Lomachenko.